Let's begin. Absolute dating. That is lesson number 3. How is the absolute age of a rock measured? As we learned in previous lesson, that was relative dating. That I can know the age of the rock by the fossils inside the layers. Of course, the last layer is the oldest, the up layer is the youngest one. Now we want to know the absolute age. When I say absolute, of course, you know that I need an age which is real in number. That means which is near to that approximate age. So here we have the vocabulary terms as absolute dating, half life, radioactive decay, and radiometric dating. These are the vocabulary terms of the lesson absolute, what do you call as absolute dating here. And now the first, true or false. Zishan, can you read it here? All rocks. Hello? Hello? Judy,
Yes.
can you read this? All rocks are made.
All, all rocks are made of matter, and all matter is made of atoms.
Okay, is it true or false?
True.
All rocks are made of matter, and of course, matter is
Oh,
made of atoms. With this, I will remind you girls, when I speak about cell, a cell, I'm talking about always a living thing. When I say rocks, do rocks contain cell? Do
no.
contain cell? No, it did not contain cell. Rock contains atoms. So living objects, they contain cells and atoms, but non-living objects, they contain only atoms. Next, we use yeah, we use calendars to measure the absolute age of people. We never use calendar, girls. Do you see the calendars? Or we never use calendar? Tell me.
We use.
Calendar, yes. So that is true. Example, I will ask you, when were you born? When is your birthday? So you will see, you will say me it's in February. That's a calendar. So that's why we use calendars to measure absolute age of people, but never absolute age of rock. Someone tells you that he is older than you are. This tells you his absolute age. Again, true. If he compares his age, that he's older than, no, it doesn't say you. It's false, girls. Because he's just say you that I'm older than you, but he don't say yani how much older. So of course it is false. If you cut a clay ball into two and then cut one of the halves into two, you will end up into 4 pieces of clay. Correct. You have a clay ball, you cut it into two, then one of the half, you again cut it into two. So you will have 4 pieces of clay. Okay. So this is what. Now here. Girls, do you know about electron, proton, and neutron? Do you know about atom?
No. Yes.
If this is the structure of atom, okay? If this is the structure of atom, usually the scientists have said circular, you have a nucleus. You have a nucleus here. This is called a nucleus. All right. And here, inside the nucleus, first of all, remember this word, girls. P, E, this is the structure of atom. And N. P for? P for, tell me what is P for? Proton. E, electron. And N, neutron. Proton, electron, and neutron. That is PEN. Then Where is it present? Neutron and proton is inside the nucleus. Guys, again, I explain you. You need to know the structure of atom. This is the structure of atom. Okay, you have a nucleus. Inside the nucleus, it's neutron and proton. Electrons are revolving around the nucleus. The charges and all, later on you will study in chemistry when we study about chemistry. But for today's class, you need to know the structure of atom, that protons and neutrons are inside the nucleus, whereas electrons are revolving around the nucleus. All right?
Okay.
Now here, determining the actual age of an event or object in years is called absolute. If you take the actual age of an event or object in years, this year it happened, that is called the absolute dating. Scientists use many different ways to find the absolute age of a rock and other mineral materials. One is by using radioactive isotopes. Girls, when I talk about radioactive isotopes, remember I'm talking about any element that contains atoms. And atoms has what? What have atoms? Just now I have drawn and shown you. What atoms contain? Protons, electrons, and neutrons. Protons, electrons, and neutrons.
Neutron.